Yo people, this is Makkuro here, and today I have a review of the Lamborghini Estoque for you. So, for the start, it has a real Royal Purple engine and costs 7,600 speed boost, and it has it has the same setup as Lamborghini Aventador had, just it's everything you can buy from the shop. It means, well, you won't have to change it at the very least. However, I made some changes and there's a problem. Because what you see here is not edited. Its body kit costs 9,999. I mean, more than the car. What the fuck? So, what I'm trying to say is, if you'll find someone, and I know you'll find, that has that body kit on his stock, please do make his life the most miserable as it can be. I mean, make him suicide. Seriously, ram, laugh your ass off him, I don't know, everything, just make his life miserable if you see that body kit on an Estoque. Just that. Also, there's the length problem of this car, because the geometry is well failed on this car, and as you can see, it's long enough for 3 cars to sit in it. I mean, it's just too frigging long. I mean, there are some good points to this, but look, even that BFH SUV thing is not able to completely hide a stalk. I mean, it's massive, it's the longest thing you'll find here. I don't think even my Raptor is longer than this. I mean, seriously, in length, this destroys everything. However, it's good for making donuts. I mean, really, easy. That's because it has a real wheel drive, which is good. And I mean, seriously, it's easy. However, let's do some racing. So, of course, as you could imagine, Lamborghini in this point of the game, so it has to have cosmic nose. And yes, don't mind that cosmic LFA. By the way, I wonder what car that player has on his screen. Has a cosmic nose and it's so weak. Never mind that. This car has a cosmic nose strong enough to get you out of the non-cosmic nose ramming and keep you in front with the cosmic nose ramming, meaning it's typical cosmic nose from a Lamborghini. However, due to its lack of acceleration, yeah, Lambo, lack of acceleration, so that's a good one. But because of its lack in that department, it's not exactly what you call at the best starter or straight monster or anything like that. I mean, even here on the roll, it's nice. I'm able to keep ahead of that Zonda noob. However, it's not exactly what you call a monster for times. I mean, it's fast, it handles really nice, it grips, it jumps very well. Well, maybe not as best as possible because it's too long, and that makes a problem for its landing. However, it's really a nice car to drive. It handles very well, it's responsive, it's agile, it doesn't feel heavy, but it should be, since it weighs almost 2 tons. And with this failed geometry, it should be way over 3 tons, but it feels like a Lotus Elise, that cockroach damned. I mean, it's seriously light. And please do look at the speedo here, because that noob will hit this car in the back and will put me on the top speed for a second. You see, 336 kilometers per hour. So that's about A-class top speed. Now here's with a bit of color change, and also on some parts a lap of heritage heights. Not the best possible, but it's close to best possible. Well, I would say it's a perfect line, excluding one mistake. When it comes to this track, normal perfect line. I mean, the usual perfect line, because you have to evade traffic. The perfect line this track is, well, it's almost impossible. Now this is the only mistake. However, my point on this track with this car is that this car is not meant for tracks like this. I mean, not meant at all. It can't even do 300. I mean, what? Not even 300 on heritage heights, usually. At that point, that's just... I mean, you can go below 1 minute 16 seconds probably with how this car came from the shop. This car has only what, few race tuned parts, or race sport, I don't even remember properly, parts. It still has that royal purple engine, and it doesn't really change anything. However, this is what you can do with it, and you can use this for as a perfect line for heritage height and mine. However, this is the proper lap time made on park boundary. It's quite what you call fast. I mean, this is almost perfect as it can get, and it's barely below 1 minute 40 seconds. However, as you look how people are noobish and so on, I'll talk you through another feature of this car which I thought about. It's in fact the biggest problem with this car when it comes to its looks, because I think the real life counterpart is a very beautiful car. Here it looks good when you look at it from back or from the front, and quite, you know, you have to put camera quite low when you look at it from the front so you don't see how long the bonnet is. But it just shows that EA can't actually do any car properly when they can simply copy the geometry from other games. However, what I'm going on is that when a final designer looks at the side of the car, he looks how far the front and rear wheel wheels are. Now this car is so long, it gives you the biggest possible space for vinyling on the side of a car. I mean, this is a vinyl designer dream, or a challenge, or a hell, because it gives so much space for that. So this in fact is a car for vinyl designers. You can put insane ideas on this one, and I'm already thinking about quite a few insane ones. Though, of course, 31 vinyl layers is a problem common within vinyl designing, let's say, community. But still, that's how long this car is, makes this car has some purpose, especially when you consider that this car is actually very fun to drive. It's not fast, it's not designed for top speeds, it's not designed for best lap times, it's not designed for proper overall, since it's supposed to be an A-class car, not S-class car. Top speed proves that, and overall performance, even though it handles great in the corners, everything, but it's just a fun car made for fun, not for times. That's why this is a great car for vinyl design. Since you put a great vinyl design, and you can have fun with this car still. And usually then the best vinyl designs are on cars that are actually quite a bit slow, since the best ones, the most overpowered ones are all not so heavily used in, let's say, in private races with friends, since no one wants to actually see another Zonda Tinker, another overpowered piece of shit, and so on and so forth. So this car is actually quite good. It has some fail around it, I admit. The failed geometry, the failed body kit price, and it will be a talk on the forums for quite a while because of those things, but all in all, it's a nice car. So to summarize this car, I think it's actually a good one. It has a good Lamborghini sound. Of course, it's overpriced with a body kit more expensive than the car itself. It has cosmic NOS. It has very good handling. It's fun to drive. It lacks acceleration a lot. It lacks power, in fact. It looks quite good when you exclude the long fact. And I mean, it's a good car for vinyl designers. So overall, I would say it's worth the try. It's worth the try at least, and I'm trying it and I'm loving it right now when it comes to feeling. So that's all from me, and see ya.